The airport never truly sleeps, but Gate 22 felt unusually quiet that evening, as if the noise of the world had softened out of respect for something unseen. Rolling suitcases echoed across polished floors, while reunions unfolded like small fireworks of emotion. Children sprinting into open arms, couples crying without embarrassment, strangers becoming family again in seconds. Amid all that warmth sat a man in an aging military jacket, shoulders straight but eyes tired, watching each embrace like a memory that didn't belong to him anymore. He arrived before sunset and never moved from his seat. Hours passed, flights landed, names were called, and still no one approached him. Travelers assumed he was waiting for someone delayed, but the truth felt heavier. He was NT, waiting for a person as much as he was waiting for a moment that might never come. His hands rested quietly on a worn duffel bag, fingers tracing old patches that hinted at a life of service few people noticed anymore. Every time the automatic doors opened, hope flickered across his face before fading again. The terminal lights dimmed slightly as night settled outside, reflecting off the glass like distant stars. He watched laughter from a distance, absorbing joy he couldn't quite touch, wondering how a man who once led missions through chaos could now feel invisible in a room full of celebration. People walked past him without slowing, their stories louder than his silence. Yet beneath the calm expression, something restless stirred. Not anger, not bitterness, just an exhaustion that comes from carrying memories too heavy to set down. Gate 22 became a stage where everyone else's endings felt complete, while his remained unfinished. And then, just as another reunion erupted nearby, someone finally stopped walking and looked directly at him. Not weak pity, but with genuine curiosity. A moment so small it almost disappeared, yet powerful enough to change everything. The stranger didn't sit immediately. Instead, they paused long enough to notice the medals pinned carefully against faded fabric, the way the soldier kept scanning the crowd as if searching for a face from another lifetime. One simple question broke the silence. Not about war or sacrifice, but about whether he was waiting for someone special. The soldier hesitated, the answer caught somewhere between pride and pain, before admitting that he used to be welcomed home with crowds, but now preferred quiet arrivals. No one noticed. The airport lights hummed overhead as memories unfolded, not in dramatic flashes, but in slow confessions that carried years of weight. He spoke about missing birthdays, about friends who never came back, about the strange loneliness that follows when purpose fades faster than identity. The stranger listened without interrupting, offering nothing except presence. A rare gift in a world that rushes past discomfort. Around them, families continued to reunite, laughter rising and falling like waves. Yet Gate 22 felt suspended in a separate timeline. As the conversation deepened, the soldier revealed that he returned to this airport every year on the same date, not expecting anyone, but honoring a promise made long ago to someone who once waited for him here. The suspense grew heavier as he admitted that the person he hoped to see again had stopped coming years earlier, leaving behind only a memory that refused to fade. The stranger didn't try to fix the pain. Instead, they asked what he missed most, not from war, but from life before it changed. That question shifted something inside him. His voice softened as he described simple moments. A hand squeezed during goodbye, a laugh echoing across a crowded terminal, a sense that he mattered beyond the uniform. For the first time that night, his posture relaxed, and the silence between them transformed from isolation into connection. As the final boarding announcements echoed through the terminal, something unexpected happened. The stranger reached into their bag and revealed a small photograph explaining they volunteered with a group that tracked down veterans who quietly returned to airports hoping for closure. The image showed a younger version of the soldier standing beside a child at the very same gate years earlier. Recognition hit him like a wave, memories rushing back with clarity he hadn't allowed himself to feel. The stranger explained that the child in the photo had spent years searching for him, wanting to say thank you for a kindness that changed their life after a difficult homecoming long ago. Suddenly, footsteps approached, hesitant but determined, and a grown voice called his name with a warmth he thought he'd lost forever. The reunion wasn't loud or dramatic, just a steady embrace that erased years of silence. Gate 22, once a symbol of loneliness, became a place of healing. The soldier's eyes filled with quiet relief, realizing that even when the world moves on, unseen connections continue growing beneath the surface. Travelers nearby slowed down, sensing something meaningful unfolding, though they couldn't hear the words exchanged. In that moment, he understood that his story hadn't ended with absence. It had simply been waiting for the right question, the right person, the right timing to unfold again. As they walked toward the exit together, the airport lights seemed warmer, reflecting not just reunion, but renewal. The man who once watched others find closure finally experienced his own, proving that sometimes healing arrives not through grand gestures, but through a stranger willing to see what everyone else overlooked, and a heart brave enough to answer when hope quietly returns.